By Jove, I think I will. I thought of calling on my solicitor, but I dare say he can wait. I should think he could. We'll have some of that Italian wine. Stuff in salad oil flasks. You know what I mean. The pair solemnly wheeled round and solemnly paced towards the circus, meditating doubtless on many things. The dinner in the little restaurant pleased them with a grave pleasure, as did the Chianti, of which they drank a good deal too much. "Quite a light wine, you know," said Phillips, and Austin agreed with him, so they emptied a quart flask between them, and finished up with a couple of glasses apiece of green chartreuse. As they came out into the quiet street, smoking vast cigars, the two slaves to duty and legal business felt a dreamy delight in all things. The street glimmered full of fantasy in the dim light of the lamps, and a single star, shining in the clear sky above, seemed to Austin of exactly the same colour as green chartreuse. Phillips agreed with him. "You know, old fellow," he said, "there are times when a fellow feels all sorts of strange things. You know, the sorts of things they put in magazines, don't you know, and novels. By Jove, Austin, old man, I feel as if I could write a novel myself." They wandered aimlessly on, not quite knowing where they were going, turning from one street to another, and discoursing in a maudlin strain. A great cloud had been slowly moving up from the south, darkening the sky, and then faster and faster, in a pitiless hissing shower, the gutters flooded over, and the furious drops danced up from the stones. The two walked on as fast as they could, whistling and calling "Handsome" in vain. They were really getting very wet. "Where the dickens are we?" said Phillips. "Confound it all! I don't know. We ought to be in Oxford Street." They walked on a little farther, when suddenly, to their great joy, they found a dry archway leading into a dark passage or courtyard. They took shelter silently, too thankful and too wet to say anything. Austin looked at his hat. He was a wreck, and Philip shook himself feebly like a tired terrier. "What a beastly nuisance this is," he muttered. "I only wish I could see a hansom." Austin looked into the street. The rain was still falling in torrents. He looked up the passage, and noticed for the first time that it led to a great house, which towered grimly against the sky. It seemed all dark and gloomy, except that from some chink in a shutter a light shone out. He pointed it out to Phillips, who stared vacantly about him, then exclaimed, "Hang it! I know where we are now. At least, I don't exactly know, you know, but I once came here with Williams, and he told me there was some club or something down this passage. I don't recollect exactly what he said. Hullo! Why, there goes Williams. I say, Williams, tell us where we are." A gentleman had brushed past them in the darkness, and was walking fast down the passage. He heard his name, and turned round looking rather annoyed. "Well, Phillips, what do you want? Good evening, Austin. You seem rather wet, both of you." "I should think we were wet. Got caught in the rain. Didn't you tell me once there was some club down here? I wish you'd take us in, if you remember." Mr. Williams looked steadfastly at the two forlorn young men for a moment, hesitated, and said, "Well, gentlemen, you may come with me if you like, but I must impose a condition, that you both give me your word of honour never to mention the club or anything that you see while you are in it to any individual whatsoever." "Certainly not," replied Austin. "Of course, we shouldn't dream of doing so, should we, Phillips?" "No, no. Go ahead, Williams. We'll keep it dark enough." The party moved slowly down the passage till they came to the house. It was very large and very old. It looked as though it might have been an embassy of the last century.